Eyes down for the Tuesday, folks. Guess what we're doing? Poo. Not for very long, it's only a small one. And then we might tackle. This fallen tree limb, which is dodgy. So what I'm going to do is get Keith to do it. See you in a bit. To the nice man in Market Wheaton who sold Keith this car, it was his pride and joy. This is how he treats it. It's nothing but a poo wagon now. Right, we're off to tip this lot. Look at the state of this, it's really grey and it's really cold. So we're on, folks. The first piece is off. That's the second piece, just above that cut I just made. And I think we can afford, I'll see if I can get a rope round that. We can probably get a rope round it. Right. Where can I'll see if I can set you up somewhere. We got big key. Let's recover this piece. Here we go, folks. Death cut 2. That god awful stench again.
That's the pig.
That's the pigs. It's the pigs. Oh dear me.
I got that in the boat, you know, that bit of wood.
What you doing watching that?
I was watching that, I think I got it in the oven. Too much of one. There, yeah. Just be careful about falling in the road. Yeah. Maybe I should be down. I was thinking, trying to get in there. Behind there. Just think about it. Yeah, like a minute. I think that's a little wait till I'm in the road. Alright.
made an error. Yes, really. I cut it from the wrong end. And I've now jammed the saw. Never mind. We're getting there. Typically, I just thought I'd zip that through there, and I zipped that through there, jammed the saw, freed it, zipped it through from underneath, and it fell right off. So it's disconnected itself and it can now be sawn into logs. So that's this job more or less done. It was fixed on up there. It was on there, but it's just snapped off, so there you go. Job done. Almost. There we are, folks. We've just moved that huge slab of wood. And that's what we're left with. That piece, which now needs logging up. Which was on there and broke off about 2 or 3 years ago and laid itself along there and has been there ever since. And we've been getting more and more worried about it because it risks crashing into the road, so we can now, in relative safety, cut that into smaller pieces. And I'm afraid that bit looks to be completely dead, but this bit isn't. Of course, this bit is very much alive and kicking. Right, we've decided it's coffee time. We've had enough fear and loathing for one day. But we've got some nice logs. We've done it, folks. We've got it separated into two. Now we can log that up and log this up. This is thick stuff. This is big, serious wood. Serious ash, man. But not black ash. And there it was, gone. No longer hanging on there, no longer stretching right over to that tree over there. All in pieces. The day is done, the battle is won. All we have to do now is tidy up and make this fence dog secure again until we start fencing down here along this top with a proper fence. A real fence. A fence that men would be proud of.
But lockdown stopped.
Yeah, the fence that lockdown stopped. We started one Monday morning.
Got all the wood.
Got all the wood, got all the gear together. I arrived here and Keith said, "Have you heard about lockdown?" And I said, "No."
What's that?
And we sat and discussed it and gave each other COVID and then we left. And we never went back to it because of course we were locked down. Right people, that's it for Commando Gardening. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye now. And the dog fence is re-erected. We're going to get this fenced properly. It's a coming job when the weather warms up a bit. But at the moment, it's just a matter of keeping the dogs, just showing them a barrier. If there's a barrier, they won't try and cross it. They don't leap about or try and jump over stuff. They just see it as a barrier and run away from it. So there you go. Right folks, again, that's it for today. We're knackered. It's packing up time. That saw has been a bloody hero. We've taken a very nasty, dangerous eyesore out of our lives. And we're both still alive and uninjured. Amazing.
Space to put out our new fence.
Yeah. This tree looks to me to be a bit buggered.
Oh, that.
I think it's is it hawthorn? There's a hawthorn. Yeah, there's a hawthorn. Oh, if it's a hawthorn, it'll just come back now, won't it?
It's not very well.
Yeah, it's not very well, but it'll probably come back.
We could shorten it. It'll probably sprout from the bottom.
Yeah. Well, we could easily shorten it, Keith.
When we do the fence.
Yeah. But there's a lot of dead wood up there, isn't there? In fact, that's probably dead ivy. Oh no, it's not. Right, folks. Tomorrow. Afternoon, folks. Wednesday. And I'm just about to crack on and get these painted. But I've been sidetracked. I've been sidetracked by all sorts of things that I've been sorting out of the Luton scrap. I'm listing stuff for sale, trying to get rid of it. Right? There's loads of stuff in here that I'm never ever going to use, I'm never ever going to need, so it may as well go. It's a lot of it's old car equipment. That, for instance, that's a jig for tipping a car on its side. It's called a car roller. I bought it at the motor show in about 1976, and I've had everything from a Mini to a Ford Transit van on that, tipped on its side to work on the chassis. It's a very good rig. It needs a bit of paint, but it's a good rig. Axle stands, not axle stands, wheel stands. I've got 3 sets of these because I used to use them a lot. I used to put a car up on 4 and get it right off the deck. There can go. I've got another set under there. So all this lot I've been listing on good old Facebook Marketplace, and I've made a lot of room in here, and the idea of making a lot of room in here is to bring stuff up from down in the lower part of the workshop, sort it out and list that as well, because I want, down there is a 4 high 4 shelf unit which I want to put there. That's a 3 high. This one comes up to here and it's a 4 high. Up to here and it's a 4 high. So if I put that there, I'll be able to store much more stuff on it. It's also a wider shelf unit than that, looking at it. So I'll have to be a bit careful there. It might even come out to about level with the lathe, but that would be alright, so it'd be level with that as well. That's coming. That is a beautiful Raglan milling machine which is coming out of there and going into projects over there, getting ready to be the next project after the saw, which I am going to start on. I am. Right, but there's only me, I'm afraid, and I have to just crack on with it. I was really knackered this morning after yesterday. God, it was hard pushing those logs up that bloody slope. You wouldn't probably be able to see, but straight over the fence is a 45-degree slope, which I was standing on and sawing the logs and chucking the logs up to Keith, and Keith was taking them up the 45-degree slope and chucking them over the fence. So we're both a bit stiff this morning. But I decided to crack on with this. I've got all bloody sorts of stuff to sell. That's an Apollo Spraymaster, which is like a vacuum cleaner motor and a spray gun there. You spray all sorts of that. I'll tell you what it would be ideal for. Spraying Lanagard or something like that under a car. It'd be ideal for that. There you go. Right, I'm going to crack on, get some black paint on here, and then finish tidying up. So I'll do that next. There we are, folks. All painted up, apart from that, which I'm going to put together first. I should have videoed it, shouldn't I? I've just spent 20 minutes pissing about getting this going. In actual fact, I put some petrol in it, put a clean spark plug in it, and off it went. So there you go. So that's sold, I think, already, straight away. But I only asked 35 quid for it, which is cheaper than the engine's worth, really. But I just want rid of this stuff. It's junk to me. Never mind. Bye now. Right, well, I got that rubbed down, and that's as far as I got, because a mate arrived and we've been sat nattering, as you do. So it's going up for 2 o'clock. I've now got to go to Driffield, so it's time to shut down, and I'll see you all tomorrow for more ridiculous messing about, and I'll try and get this put together and painted. That's going to have some primer on it, just to level it up. See you tomorrow. Good morning, people. It's Thursday. Just been putting together a list of all the things I sold last night, and most of them are being collected tonight. So I've got them all loaded into the car and ready to go. That's going on Saturday. That's an Apollo Spraymaster spray gun kit. Still had no luck selling this. This is a pressure pump which is used for either paint spraying or for injecting DPC into walls. It's 160 psi pump. Anyway, that said, I'm now going to get my gear out, flat that, put all this back together, rivet the metal on, and think about priming it. That's all dried nicely. Very pleased with that. I've left that unpainted because I may yet weld a piece on there just to give me a bit of extra pressure on the belt. I don't know yet. There's no point in trying to finalise anything until it's all finally back together, because of course everything will go back on in a slightly different position that it came off. Right, so I'll get my gear together, get my shit together, get a cup of tea, and I'll bring you back. Right, well, I got that rubbed down, and that's as far as I got, because a mate arrived and we've been sat nattering, as you do. So it's going up for 2 o'clock. I've now got to go to Driffield, so it's time to shut down, and I'll see you all tomorrow for more ridiculous messing about, and I'll try and get this put together and painted. That's going to have some primer on it just to level it up. See you tomorrow. Morning folks, Friday, and without interruptions I'll get on with this today. In fact, I'll get on with it now. That's a bit clapped together. And there we go folks, no disturbances apart from having to nip out and get some more firewood. And it's now far too warm in here, which means it's painting temperature. All put together with pop-on rivet eye. Excellent job. Right, let's get some primer on it. Let's see if I can get some primer on it. Get it stood up over there. And first of all, see if I can mix some primer up. See if I've got enough thinners to mix some primer up. Right, there we are. I've got me, there's not much primer left, but there's enough. Right, so I'm going to just clear this area, put a sheet over the shelves, and then I'll just set it up here. And it's nice and warm in here, it's cracking. And we'll have it painted. But I've just been doing some research on this motor, and I think the guy that bought it might have died. I'm going to see if I can trace him over the weekend, and if not, trace his girlfriend, because his girlfriend made the payment to me. And if something tragic has happened, I can send it back to her, and I'll just sell it again. But it's a real nice motor, and it's, you know, it's very, very unusual, double-ended, double shaft motor. Right, enough of that maudlin stuff, let's crack on. I'm just loading this paint on because I've accelerated it now and it's waste. So I may as well pile it on and let it dry over the weekend. I've already done this underside, I've just turned it over. Just check the important bit, which is the front. I think we're nearly out of time. Of course, what I hadn't allowed for was the fact that I last used this spray gun just before I went away to hospital, and of course I left thinners in it, a bit of clean thinners in it, and by the time I get back all that thinners is evaporated, so I've had to clean all the gun out again. But there you go, that's life as a paint sprayer. Painting's a messy job, folks, especially when I do it, but we've got a result. We've got a good result. We've got it all in primer, we've got it all blanked out, we've got all the repairs covered, all the filler covered, and that looks really good. It's a messy job, especially when I do it. She says to me, before you start, put your gloves on. And I always forget. Never mind. That's the remains of my 5 litres of acrylic primer. That's it. So, Friday, witching hour. Job's done. Time to go home. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sending me all the likes. Thanks for the comments. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because it saves me all sorts of heartache and grief when I look at my subscriber list and it's going up steadily but not quickly. And I'll see you all next week for more fun and games. Let's get this bloody Holbrook finished and used. I've got things I want to make on it. Bye now.